Okay, whenever you're ready. Okay.
So, I am Giselle, and I would describe myself as a woman that has some experience of grief. And I came to this weekend on Friday afternoon. I'd just like to take this opportunity to share with you where I was. So, wanting to be here, but when I rocked up into the car park, fear gripped me. I sat frozen in the car for about 10 minutes and was welcomed by one of the volunteers that literally guided me up the path into the reception. And being surrounded by so many other people, my mind had made this story up that there maybe would be about 20 people, and I walked into a sound of laughter, joy, connection, and just kind of spiralled in my mind. My gosh, what am I doing here? Kindly escorted to my room, accommodation, everything absolutely beautiful. When I rocked up to the introduction and just sat and was listening and absorbing everything that was going on around me, I can only describe my heart cracking open and this sense of safety and honour. One of the statements that really rocked me to my core was made by Carolyn, and she said, "I am Rose's mum." And you know, in this crazy grief journey that I'd been on, I'd kind of separated my identity with my daughter, and it had a profound impact on me. And I went into our first little groups. They broke us up into these smaller little groups that were this safe space that was honouring and truth-telling, and I could share if I wanted to and if I didn't. And actually what I did was this: I held on to myself so tightly because I was hearing this chatter that I'm exposed, I'm vulnerable. And I had to have a talk with myself and found that courage to just share where I was just in that moment. From then on, my world has just got richer and brighter. I've connected with people and others to me. I want to show you my badge. It says here, remembering Rachel. And as a mum, it's so powerful and priceless. I wear this with pride, and I now have a photo of my beautiful and precious daughter. So I joined a number of groups this weekend. They've varied. I've done some lovely things like swimming, I've had a massage, I did yoga. Anyone that knows me knows yoga is not my thing, but it was led in such a way that I got all the benefits and the connections with others. There's been rich conversations, I've done the kindness boards, and being in small groups has given us all the opportunity to share our wisdom, to enriching discussions. There's no judgment. I'm just so taken by people standing up or sitting down and their truth telling from their heart, and it's created this trusting, sacred space where I again would then start to share my story. And I do have a story to tell. I do have this wisdom from this experience that I've had. And it was on Saturday I was able to say, I am Rachel's mum. You know, somehow in my journey it was like a thief. It had robbed me of that, and I wasn't even aware that that had happened. I'm today, as the event is coming to a close, I'm already thinking about this transition of when I go home and what will that be like, because what I have had is an experiential and a transformational weekend. It's one of these experiences where you can take what you want and leave the rest. You know, if you want to just sit around or be in your room, or you're welcome to do that, and if you want to engage more. So I've made a note because I knew that with my grief brain I might forget. So I have done candle jar making, and there was a remembrance ceremony yesterday that was just so heartfelt. What I recognised while looking at the candles after they were lit and the photos of our beautiful children, or it could be a sibling or a grandchild, they've brought us all together. And I just had this thank you, thank you, thank you. And the richness and the warmth from everybody, that sometimes it can be just in silence, sitting alongside somebody in silence. It's about what felt right for me and what resonated with me. What did I want to do? What did I want to share? If I just wanted to sit quietly, I sat quietly. There's been an abundance of delicious food that we're all kind of giggling at. We're going to go home and have our minimal meals that we might have, but brought me to a place of gratitude. And I found that what would be best for me, and looking at this variety of all these different sessions that you can select what you do and don't want to be part of, was the continuing bonds. I hadn't recognised how much I do in that already, but it's an integral part of my journey moving forward. And I've been blessed by meeting another mum that paints pebbles, and she invites other people to place them in other parts of the world. So I'm going to South Africa next week, and she's given me the honour of placing this pebble for her daughter somewhere that calls to me, and I will take a photograph not only where the pebble is but also of the location so that she can see that. And I had wondered, what could I give back? And that's just one example of what I could give back. And I actually approached Carolyn this morning saying I want to jump on and do something in a way of expressing my gratitude and my richness of this experience that I had. Because if you might be sitting at home and you're thinking, where do I go? What do I do? I warmly invite you to ask yourself this question. What have you got to lose? And I hope that by hearing my story, that it gives you an insight and an understanding that there is so much to gain. So thank you very much for listening, and I close by saying I am Giselle. I'm the proud mother of Rachel. Thank you.